Y'all better tighten up.
What's up, guys? Friday, Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru.
Big Dru, I'm here with John. Friday, Titan Lifestyle, ready to do it. I'm excited. We got a new location coming.
Yeah, new location's coming soon. Titan Medical Center.
Crazy.
It's gonna be nuts. I mean, for that, so we closed on it yesterday, Drew.
Okay.
I really didn't even go live with that. I told people I was going to go live. I know Charisse went over to Soapbox and kind of talked
That's
about it.
why I had to blow him up now. I had to put him on the spot.
Yeah. So you put me on.
It's good news, though.
Yeah,
it's good news.
It's great news. So we're moved down to Channel Side, and it's a huge, brand new location. It's like $1 million, $2 million, $3 million build out on the inside already.
Nice.
We're just taking it over, buying it. So at that point, it's going to be awesome. We're going to offer brand new services out of there. So Titan Medical Center is going to take it to a whole different level as far as care, providing therapies for you guys. I know IVs will be there, all different types of services though. So
location is good too. Channel Side's a little bit closer than, we're over Rocky Point now. We're kind of off. Channel Side's right in the middle of everything, so
Channel
a lot easier to get to.
Yeah, so it's the like Mecca right now, like the building. Vinks is down there building up. That's your Sparks Wharf and everything else.
Buildings everywhere down there.
It's like catty-cornered to the aquarium, the Florida Aquarium,
Okay.
so it's real close. It's on Channel Side, so it's Channel Side up. So anybody knows Tampa knows Channel Side. At the end of Channel Side's Amelia Arena and all that stuff too. So it's gonna be. What's
good about that, guys, too. You can come to Channel Side, come down, walk around. They got Hooters, they got restaurants. You can actually walk around and just swing right in. So over here, it's not really like that. We kind of stand alone. But once you get down there, there's people walking around all over the place. We'll get people in and out. It's going to be a lot.
It's awesome, So it's going to be our own building. So it's going to say Titan Medical Center on the outside, which is really nice. And we're in a beautiful location now.
Nice.
But we're leasing. We're on the water right now, and it's a huge, corporate building. So at this point, it's going to be our full medical center. So it's going to be awesome like that. It's upscale. Looks like an Apple iStore, but it's a medical center.
Nice.
Yeah, so
nice.
I'm excited. So
we're gonna go check it out after this. I can't wait to see what it looks like. So.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some video down there, guys, so you guys can see what it looks like right now. So if you guys are in the area or all of that, you guys can come down there and check us out. It's gonna be awesome. It's definitely gonna be awesome. So what do we got for topics today, Big Dru? What's your first topic for today?
My topic today is the other day I was in the grocery store and this lady was asking me about, she saw that I'm a bodybuilder and I work out. We're talking about dieting and this and that, and we talked for a little bit. I gave her a couple ideas about nutrition, just fundamental. She really didn't know anything about carbs. She didn't know anything. So I told her a couple things. Left. All of a sudden I come back. I saw her in another aisle, and she had 3 gallons of whole milk in her cart.
Wow.
And because I was telling her she needs to have protein, this and that. So she said she thought by drinking the milk, that would give her protein, which you can get a little bit of protein from milk, or vitamin D or calcium. But it brought up the whole topic where I was telling her basically milk is for babies, and anybody who's an adult shouldn't be drinking milk. I don't feel like milk is intended for humans in the first place. You're drinking cow fluid, so if you're a baby cow, it should be great for you. But I don't really feel like milk is good for us. The calcium's good, the vitamin D is good, has a little bit of protein in it. But you'd be better off getting that somewhere else, or even taking like a 1-a-day vitamin or some Hercules or something like that and get your vitamins from it.
So would you recommend breast milk then? Because that is milk. So
right.
At that point,
if you're gonna have milk, if you're gonna consume it, whether you're
a baby,
whether you're a baby, I've heard that too. Guys drinking breast milk. I personally wouldn't do it. I don't.
Straight from the tap? No, you wouldn't do it.
I don't know. Maybe if it was my, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy though. Who knows? It was my baby on the way or something like that, and we're just messing. I'm crazy. I don't know. I might try it to see what it tastes like, but a lot of people. I'm being real.
I know what it tastes like. And it don't taste good because Charisse was pregnant, so obviously stop having sex. So even after Peter, and just it happened. So straight from the tap. So straight from the nipple. So. Yeah, I've had
a lot of bodybuilders. I've heard guys doing that. I really don't understand it, but for babies or adults, if you're gonna have milk, I think it should be from a human, because humans produce milk for humans. Cows for cows, vice versa.
I agree.
So I'm not a fan of milk. It bloats you. It makes you gain weight. It can give you diarrhea, give you digestive problems. Yeah. It's really not. Back in the day, you always have the commercials. I've been drinking milk. Milk does a body good. You don't really see that anymore. There's not really that much milk going on. And then now they have almond milk and unsweetened, lactose free, and this and that. But as a whole, I don't like milk, and I wouldn't recommend anybody drinking milk. You can get your vitamins or your nutrients from other stuff. It's gonna be a lot healthier for you too. So
if
you want vitamins, just take some vitamin C. If you need calcium, you can get calcium other places. So I mean, I'm not gonna go eat 2 big blocks of cheese and drink a gallon of milk to get my calcium and my vitamin D. I just get it somewhere else. So.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think. I mean, they say cheese, vitamin D. I don't think it's a good source. People are still deficient, and people eat a lot of cheese, or they drink a lot of milk and stuff like that. For me, milk's it's. I grew up as my parents and my brother. My brother used to drink a gallon of milk. He was 6'4". He used to drink a gallon of milk every day. I couldn't believe it. Me, growing up, I didn't drink it. So I never drank my cereal.
But I mean, I think I stopped when I was like 8 or 9. Once I realized this doesn't quench my thirst. It's so thick. It doesn't really. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a filler. I used to put in with back in the day. Protein powders used to be horrible, right? When I was 10, I'm 10. So, all right. So at that point, it was 1991. So at that point, I had my first trainer. He was a bodybuilder, and he was, he's like, you got to get this protein in.
Yeah.
So he's like, you're not eating enough, because I didn't eat a lot when I was a kid. So at that point, when I used to pour it in, I used to use milk and some ice cream. Ice cream I used to use. So that was it, man. Now I don't drink any milk, and I used to drink it with Nitrotech too back in the day. Just
that thick stuff. That stuff was like
thick. It was thick, man.
And back then, protein used to just clump. Like now, I mean, pretty much any protein you get, you could just throw it in a water bottle and shake it.
They got the dissolved ones.
Yeah, back then it was thick, and you used to have to chew on it and have little dry pockets.
So at that point, I tell my son, I'm like, listen, I'd rather have you drink water than milk,
Yeah.
But I got my dad, so my dad, I have him retired with me, so he picks up Peter, whatever, he's around if I'm not there, and. He pushes the milk on him. He's like, because he's an old schooler.
A lot of old.
And I'm like, listen, man. I'm like, it's a whole. We know different things now. I'm not saying milk's bad for people out there, but I think there's different things that they can be intaking that would help them a lot.
Stuff. I mean, it just goes with milk and brownies, cookies, cereal. But I mean, if I'm gonna have cereal,
I don't eat cereal milk.
What'd you say?
I don't eat cereal milk.
See, the thing is, if I have cereal, you guys have seen me do this before. I'll actually use egg whites. And I'll do half egg whites and half of a almond milk.
Okay.
So that way I get a little bit of protein in it too, and you don't really taste the egg whites; it just blends in with the milk. But I don't sit there and drink the milk after I'm done. I just wet the cereal enough to get it down, and once it's done, I just dump the milk out. I'm not one of those guys that drinks the milk and nah.
It was like my brother. My brother growing up, he would drink the damn cereal bowl.
No, I used to too. I used to love it, like the Frosted Flakes and the Fruity Pebbles milk.
Cause it'd be sugar,
that was like
sugar milk, right?
But now it's like I have 3 gulps and just think about what it's going to do to my stomach.
I used to eat it dry, man. Aloha, everybody out there. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Titan Lifestyle, Big Dru, and me, John from Titan. We're here. We're covering all different types of subjects outside of Titan. We're going to cover maybe a therapy or 2 for you guys, so we keep you in the mix there. And all the information updates are coming at you guys. So it's been a good show so far. So YouTube is being the new TV. As far as, are you guys tuning into YouTube, or are you guys are you watching TV? There's all different types of things like Sling TV. It looks like Netflix, more of the networks are going subscription based.
All this stuff,
yeah, man. So is it more online based? Where TV's going? I think so, right?
Yeah, I think YouTube is basically for me. I don't know. I've been watching YouTube literally every single night for hours for probably 10 years. I mean, I was watching YouTube before. I mean, I know everybody was watching YouTube a little bit back then too, but I was watching YouTube before, back when people were still watching TV. Nowadays, it's like TV's kind of old school. I mean, you could watch everything on YouTube, and the thing with TV is you have to watch what they're giving you. Basically, you have to watch whatever time period. You have to watch whatever they're telling you to watch. YouTube, you could just put anything in, watch whatever you want, watch. You could stop it, you can come back later. You could see other people's comments on like what you guys do on here. So, I mean, YouTube is basically like the new TV. And a lot of times, too, the YouTube ads, you guys realize that YouTube's getting so big now where the ads are just constant ads.
Ad breaks.
It's only $4.99, guys, a month, and you can get the ads taken off. I got it taken off a couple months ago. It's the best thing I've ever done. It just streams all the way through. I mean, what is it, like $1.25 a week for no ads? It's cheap. So I mean, I think it's worth getting $4.99 for the YouTube Premium, where you don't have to deal with ads. But yeah, it's like the new TV nowadays. Kids don't really watch TV. They just YouTube everything. Whether it's slime or whether it's movies or even music. I know people that don't even really use Apple Music and stuff. they just go to YouTube and just type in their song and let it play through their headphones. So I mean, for music, and they do have live TV now too. So it's almost like YouTube's taking over everything. So
they do have live TV. They've got stories on there now. That it's kind of like the platforms have kind of merged in what they're doing. We were looking at the other day. YouTube is crazy though. So even if you have kids out there, so the kids are having they funnel into all different types of things in these videos. Like I literally caught my son. This is years ago where I let him have YouTube on his iPad, and it funneled into porn and stuff like that. And stuff that was so graphic. I couldn't believe he was watching this. And at that point I'm like, I'm like, so then I got the parental, guardian on all the things, and I limited to what he could go and what websites he could go to. I just took YouTube out.
And now they have YouTube Kids with the actual
TikTok and like all these different things, dude.
But they have the YouTube Kids now, where it's actually called YouTube Kids app, where everything's already set in there, where it's, you don't have to worry about that craziness.
Yeah, it's just sexual predators go on there now. They go actually on those ones, like even Facebook. And Facebook has a kids messenger. And listen, somebody gets
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, they have a kids messenger.
Yeah,
and I seen that. Another one was like, they actually have the dating one in there now. Facebook's have this dating one.
Yeah.
And they were smart because your muscle memory is where you usually click. So when I usually click on my opening settings, now they put that button there, so then it goes right to that, and then it asks you if you want to go in or not. It's the craziest thing ever. But Facebook Messenger for kids. No go for me. If you're doing it, fine with your kid, and I hope you have a good trust with them.
Another thing, too, if you guys have an iPhone, or I'm not sure how it works with Android. We'll get into Apple Android a little bit, but if you guys have an iPhone, go into your settings and go to, like, the actual app. Click on it. Take the camera off. A lot of these apps, if you guys look in the fine print, it'll see where they can actually click on there, and they can watch you through your front camera. You give them permission when you accept the terms. Yep. So go to the settings, go to the actual app. Say if you go to Amazon, go to the Amazon app, turn the camera off and also turn the microphone off, because they can listen to you and they can watch you. Amazon can do this. I did it on my Amazon. I turned it off. So, and if you guys ever need to turn it back on, it'll just let you know. And you turn it back on if you need to talk to somebody or show someone a picture. But you guys got to take the camera off and the microphone off, because a lot of these apps, they can literally watch you. And it's like what he said with the kids. Yeah. They can watch you. Not only that, too, is I went to a bank one time. I'm not going to tell you guys what bank it was. I had an issue with the bank. I called the 800 number. I don't even know how this happened, but for some reason, the guy told me to download an app. This is the number I called through a PayPal. I called the number, and the guy told me to download an app. I downloaded the app. He told me to enter a code. Next thing you know, everything that was on my phone screen, he could see on his screen when I was talking to the other end of the phone. So if I go to my messages, he could see everything I did. But what they're doing now is, I don't know how it happened, because I called the 800 number from an email. So they'll send you an email with the 800 number. You call that, they'll tell you to download an app, and you can go in there, and it just gets crazy where they can actually watch you and see what you're doing. So turn the camera off. Like, turn that camera off.
I know Facebook's notorious for it. And here's an example that I think that you can all relate to. And I was like, when it first happened, I go, this is crazy. I gotta learn how to do this for my business, right? So at that point, when I would talk about something that I needed, so if it was a service or a product or whatever it was, I would literally see these ads pop up on the side of my phone or pop up on my phone from Facebook. And I'm like, these people know it. I mean, this is just...
How do they know? That's what...
It's the microphone.
It's crazy.
It actually takes it in, and their AI listens to it. And at that point, if they hear it, then they generate the ads to your timelines.
It's getting crazy. I sit there and be like, I heard about this new toothpaste. And then next thing you know, I'll go to Google and they'll be like, Colgate on sale.
That's it. That's it. I mean, and then they use retargeting and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, I mean, they found out before that the TVs had microphones and cameras in them too, and then they could turn them on remotely as well. Yeah. So somebody really hacked it. They could really watch and see what you're doing, aka government officials or whoever it is. But it's the way of life. If you connect your smart TV to a network, you're opening yourself up to people getting into your home, one way or another, by listening to a video camera. So, it's up to you. We have these great things, so it's either you get permission to do it or you don't. And if you get permission, you kind of open yourself up. The only way is to really get off the grid. I mean, that's the only way to really get away from everything that's going to be able to watch you or break into what you're doing.
Either that or just find where that front camera's on your TV and put a piece of tape over it or something. Right?
I got one for you now. The keyboards, third-party keyboards.
Third-party keyboards.
They save everything you type. They say
Whoa.
everything you type. So do not use third-party keyboards. Use the Apple keyboard.
Wow.
Don't use all the emoticons.
Wow.
You give permission to those.
It makes sense too.
Everything you text.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah,
Just
that's,
so you know.
that's no good. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, it is what it is, and you're not going to be, really typing stuff that you shouldn't be. But if you are, you better take good advice. All right, so Apple versus Android. Everybody knows I'm an Apple guy.
Yeah, I'm an Apple guy too. I was the biggest Apple hater for like probably 10 or 15 years. On my screensaver on my phone, my wallpaper, it used to have the Android pissing on the Apple. That was like the wallpaper because I hated Apple. Every time someone talked about Apple, I hated it. The reason why I switched to Apple is I had an issue with my pictures, didn't have enough space, blah, blah, blah. The guy at the store, Verizon, was like, yeah, try the iPhone, just try it for a week or a couple of days, however long they give you. 2 days later, I was hooked. Ever since then, I'm Team Apple. The security's better. It's a lot easier to use.
It's user-friendly.
Yeah, it's mainly the security, especially now with all the fraud stuff going on, the credit card fraud, this and that. Apple security is top of the line. I love the Apple Pay. It's real easy. I mean, pretty much everything. The navigation's easy.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks with Apple is the Apple Android thing with the videos. It's gonna once they correct it, we could actually send videos. It'd be a lot better. But for the most part, everybody I know has Apple anyways, and you could always use third-party apps like WhatsApp or whatever to send it. Yeah, Apple hardcore. It does cost a little more. I always hear people talking about the price. It costs this, it costs that, or even like the Apple phone cases, the battery case is like $100. But he's actually the guy that got me into those cases because it's a smart case. Yeah. It's worth $100 for the phone to stay charged and not have to worry this and that. And plus, the thing with Apple too, last thing, is Apple resells real well. So if you buy Apple phone, if you get a Mac, if you get a iPad or whatever you get, even headphone, whatever you get from Apple, it always resells real well. So if you use it for a year, you don't want to use it anymore, you don't have an upgrade, you could always sell it on Craigslist or offer up online and get good price for it. As opposed to if you go with Android, after a year or two, those phones are like they go down quick. Yeah, they go down quick. Yeah. So.
I mean, for me, I've been Apple. Well, I turned to an Apple guy with the first iPhone that came out, and then I switched over to AT&T for that. But my big thing that really turned me to Apple was once I had the iPhone, when we went into business. So we purchased an iPad. At that point, the iPad could run a hotspot, so we didn't have to pay for any service. Mm-hmm. So if we had to use the printer, it was from the hotspot from the iPad. We had to do for Titan in the beginning. So that really turned me onto it because it could communicate too at that point in time. And now they've just been communicating even more with each device, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is funny because I still have the first Mac Air from 2013 that I first bought for Titan Medical Center, and it still works. So it's still getting used today.
It still updates everything up to iOS. Everything.
It's fine. I mean, I haven't even updated the iOS. I'm being honest with you. It's still the exact same operating system. Yeah. So at that point, like, it's just all it does is go on the internet. It prints out stuff. I mean,
it could probably sell for a decent price too.
I mean, I don't know how good it'll sell, but it works. So I mean, for 6 years before, I remember having like custom built Dells and stuff like that. Like my background was technology management. That's what I went to college for. So at that point, it was computer information science and all that. So we had to go through class of building desktops, and that's what they were. It was like Dell. So I mean, those things lasted maybe 2 years. Yeah. And then there were
I remember Dell used to be like, was it Dell?
Dell
was like the Apple before Apple, I think.
I mean, there was Apple, and then Apple died in the 80s. That's what happened.
IBM.
Yeah. Well, it was IBM, and then it was Microsoft, and with Dell, and at that point.
So I remember Dell used to be like, when being a kid, Dell was like a reputable one.
Dell was good.
Desktop.
Dell had a good business model too, because they never built anything until you purchased it.
Yeah.
So they weren't holding stock, and that's the big thing. So. That was a big way that Dell made a lot of money.
All
Apple.
And
I would recommend, and they're a little pricey, but they're worth the price.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
I mean, I've used their products, man. They are
even simple stuff like chargers. You guys like the chargers. I was like, they cost more. You'll definitely notice the difference if you use those cheap gas station chargers. If it says it's compatible with the iPhone,
don't do it.
It'll charge your iPhone, but you'll have other problems. Just go with Apple. Go with Apple chargers, or go with the certified chargers that are certified to be used through Apple. You can look online like Belkin and certain ones like that. They're certified.
Yep.
So
actually vetted through Apple. Apple vets all.
Don't just plug it in and say, "Oh yeah, it works," and use it. Some cheap gas station.
We'll fry your battery.
Charger.
You'll have problems. You'll be at the Apple. You'll be Apple Genius.
Yeah.
And try to get your phone fixed.
Yeah.
I just actually got the AirPod Pros that just came out. They're $259.
Yeah, I saw those. The white ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're supposed to. The case is different shape. It looks like the AirPod itself is different, and now it's got like the little silicone to fit your ears better, I guess. We'll see. I'll bring them. I'll have them next week.
Have you tried them yet?
I haven't got them.
Oh, you haven't got them? You ordered them?
I ordered them from Apple, so I'm supposed to get them this week.
Yeah, I saw the thing on this.
I know they came out. I could probably get them from the store right now, but I'm like,
they come in black and white or just white?
Just white.
I saw a black pair online, but I didn't know if it was like a...
No, they're probably some off-brand. Yeah. Everybody knocked off the design afterwards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, glutathione. Glutathione was the therapy of the week. Glutathione is a super antioxidant. If you guys don't know, we offer this therapy at Titan Medical Center, and we service nationwide. So if you guys are interested in this therapy or anything else we do, like blood work, hormone replacement therapy, our other vitamin amino acid injectables, libido enhancers, rejuvenation detox, anti-aging, and all those other good therapies we can help you out with, just call or text 727-389-3220. So, glutathione. Glutathione is a super antioxidant, and it's actually produced in the liver. Right? We can actually blood test for glutathione too as well. That blood test is $100. I checked. But it will tell you what your levels of glutathione are, total glutathione in your body. So you know if you're depleted or not depleted, or you know if the therapy is working properly and you're absorbing
and just so they know if you're depleted, what is some of the
So when you get depleted down with glutathione, so what happens is your immune system comes down. So it starts breaking down easier because it's not built up, right? You actually have free radicals going through the body. So without glutathione, these free radicals are doing a lot of damage to the body too as well. It can also help for inflammation. So you might have more inflammatory issues without glutathione in your body. Your liver function. So people have fatty livers, or their ALT or AST is high, right? And that could be from bad diet, supplementation, whatever they're intaking, because their liver is the filter to their body. So everything they produce or they take in orally is going to get filtered through the liver. At that point, it's going to put more stress on the liver.
Right.
Alcohol can do it. Acetaminophen can do it. So when they get stressed, and if it gets too stressed, you can get jaundice. So people can actually turn yellow.
Yeah,
I've seen people turn yellow.
Eyes,
yeah, they get the dark
circles. I know a bodybuilder's his eyes were starting to get yellowish in skin because he didn't.
Good. That means the liver is in a bad position.
Now, when you say it helps with the liver, like in terms of people that are really underweight or really overweight, who would benefit more, or is it the same? Like in terms of people that are overweight, they usually have liver or kidneys, something going on.
Absolutely.
There. So if someone's really overweight, would it benefit them the same way, or would it better?
Everybody's different. The reason they say this is because just because somebody's overweight doesn't mean their liver or kidneys are bad.
Right.
You know, everybody's different. So we look at that. So we'll look at the blood test and really see where it's at. Right?
But I'm thinking more it's like dose dependent.
Oh, dose.
Like in other words, if someone weighs 100 pounds, they're gonna take the same amount as someone that weighs.
Depending on what you're trying to achieve. So if somebody's trying to get their liver functions down per se, right? Yeah. They're taking usually 200 milligrams. They're taking for 14 or 30 days.
Okay.
Just depends. Now that's gonna work for you, me, Art, the little girls out there, whoever it is. Now, can it be taken at higher doses? Right. Absolutely. Yeah. People with Lyme disease and stuff like that, they might take 600 milligrams a day.
Or if someone's getting sick or something like that,
they can take 400 milligrams a day. And by IV, I mean this ain't by IV, but those guys do by grams. So you're talking about 1,000 milligrams. So that's like 5 shots right there. So if you get a bigger needle, you can actually do a big dose of glutathione per se, and that just is what it is. So and like I said, it's a super antioxidant. It's better than vitamin C per se. Yeah. So when you get glutathione in your body, you're going to help yourself in a lot of different ways. They also say it's good for sperm counts, as far as raising sperm counts. There's actually clinical data on this. I was just sharing it with Dave Palumbo. We were just talking about this because we helped him out with this in helping with his children. Yeah. So at that point, some of the protocols and stuff like that we put forth.
Dave, he talks about
good.
He does talk about glutathione a lot.
That's why. I mean, listen, glutathione to him, and at that point, he got into it, and he really, I mean, there's so much good stuff about glutathione. It's not bad for you in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
So at that point, there's no negative side effects or anything. So it's all positive.
That's good.
So glutathione is definitely the way to go. Look into it.
This time of year is huge, too.
Dude, especially right now. The immune
Everyone's getting
systems,
sick. I'm getting a little sniffly, so
you don't want to be
double
like
up
that.
on mine tomorrow. So.
Absolutely. If you have allergies, it's great for people who have allergies too. So, glutathione, check it out. Read up on it. Call us, text us about it. We'll happily help you out. You don't need a blood test for glutathione. All you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. You'll see our medical provider, and at that point, our pharmacies will ship directly to you and take care of you. We will be there for you, 100% support. If you need us, you can call, text, email. We have full medical staff for you guys. So that will definitely be a game changer for you guys. If you don't know it, glutathione. All right, what's your favorite athletic shoe to wear or train in general? So if you're walking around, I guess, is there a different shoe that you like to wear than what you train in? What's your favorite
It
one?
depends what I'm training. If I'm training legs, I actually like to use Auto Mix, like the typical bodybuilder Auto Mix shoes.
Okay.
They're like
And what does that do?
For people that don't know, they're like wrestling shoes. You ever see wrestling shoes that they're flat? They look just like wrestling shoes. They're padded, and they basically have you basically feel like you're barefoot.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm doing legs, I'll wear Auto Mix, or if I'm doing cardio, I'll wear Auto Mix. The reason why is, if I'm doing legs, I want to feel like the ground or feel the leg press. And especially when I squat, I like to push with my heels. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure everything is flat. So and plus the grip is a lot better, especially if I'm training calves. The toe bends a little bit, so I can curl my toes over and go deeper.
Gotcha.
Now, in terms of doing my cardio, I like wearing Auto Mix when I do cardio, or any type of shoe that's flat with no sole, because if you have, I notice I always look at weird stuff. People in other countries that don't wear shoes, they always have great leg development because they're walking around with no shoes all day long. Other countries, they may have big calves, they may have this, but I always notice people in other countries that don't wear shoes, they have good leg development. They have good quad. They're not really big, but they just have good shape to them. The reason why is because you have to stabilize your leg every time you set it down. If you have a platform and it's just hard surface, you can kind of just plop, and just stable it down. But when you're walking, it's almost like sitting down doing a dumbbell press without having a back on your chair, as opposed to having a back on your chair, like the stabilization. So if I'm doing cardio, if I'm walking on an incline with barefoot or with flat shoes where I can't feel the floor, where I can only feel the floor, I feel it more in my legs, everywhere I feel it working, where as opposed where I'm just boom, plopping.
So it's pretty much gripping, I guess.
Yeah, so it's gripping, I feel it all over because I have to stabilize everything. I can't just fall, I have to stabilize from going back and forth.
Gotcha.
So as I feel it on the ground. So if you guys ever walk barefoot for like 100 meters and then walk with shoes on for 100 meters, you'll feel a huge difference. So just that little bit of a difference over time, I like Auto Mix for working out. Now if I'm just walking around, if I have to stand up at an expo all day, or if I'm dealing with people or something like that, I like Air Max. I've always been an Air Max guy. They're real comfortable.
Let's go Air Max for sure. What's up, guys?
Pretty much anything that's with it. I'm not really too big about walking around, but working out, the only time I really care is if I'm doing legs or cardio. Other than that, I just put on whatever.
I think legs would be a little bit. I think would be the only time I'd really want to possibly change a shoe, maybe go flat.
Yeah.
But usually I'm wearing gym shoes either way. If I'm in, and I can literally wear whatever. I'm not getting crazy, but
I'm not gonna be like I need to go back and get my shoes.
I got my training shoes.
Yeah, I don't really.
But some guys might get into that. So, hey, listen, if that's your thing, no problem. I just want to make sure the shoes look good, they feel good, me walking around, and I'm good to go. So I'll be able to live pretty much in anything. But legs, like he's saying, it's definitely...
Probably not white. I probably won't wear white shoes to the gym.
No.
Maybe
for a photo shoot, that's it.
Yeah, maybe, but I won't wear white shoes or white shorts.
Oh, hell
just
no.
because it looks...
You're going to sweat. You might get dumbbells and dirt on you.
Soaked in
if you're really lifting right, come on. No, man. You ain't wearing white in there.
Like I see some guys at a photo shoot. Like the thing is Kai Green trains harder than anybody, sweats more than anybody, and I always see him train sometimes in white shoes and white sweats. I'm like, how is he not like dirty? It's crazy. But for me, it'd be a disaster.
Yeah.
I look like a little kid playing outside in like 10
minutes.
Even
V-necks, man. Like, lift something up. I'd rather wear a black V-neck than a white one. I've got white clothes in my closet that are brand new, and I'm always like, oh, I'll wear it this day. Well, I want to save it for another event. And never.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you get sweaty, or as soon as you like, yeah,
so good, man. So white for me is a no. Dru's the exact same way.
Yeah.
I mean, dark colors definitely fit me better.
Dark
Gray,
colors,
blue, black. Definitely the Titan blue for sure. All right, guys.
high tops, low tops, doesn't matter.
Yeah, me. I mean, I like Yeezys. You know, I like Nikes. You know, some of the shoes, my foot's too wide on. Some of the Nikes, like the old school Jordans, like the Jordan 1s.
Actually, the Kevin Durant's, I probably won't work out in them because they're just real hard and they always fit a size small. I don't know if you've worn
Really?
Durant's.
No, I haven't.
They're always small. Like, it's just known they're always small. Always small. I wear a 13. I put a 13. Kevin Durant feels like I'm an 11. It's like
really
tight, and the edges don't flex at all. It's kind of hard. I like the way they look, but they're just not comfortable to work out.
Yeah. I mean, Yeezys are pretty comfortable. I mean, as far as that goes, the material stretches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, the Nikes just depends. You know, the Air Maxes, I love Air Maxes.
I like Air Maxes. I like
Air Max.
I like old school Hyper Dunks. Jordans. I used to like Jordans more than I do now. I don't really wear them that much anymore.
Yeah.
I like the older Jordans. I don't like the boxy looking Jordans, like the 4s and stuff. I don't really like the.
Yeah. I like. I mean, I'm a Jordan guy, so I like all the Jordans. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I like the 16s. Those were like.
The
16. The Ray Allen had the video and the Most Def. Those were like probably my favorite Jordans.
I even got these on special edition Travis Scott's.
Oh yeah. I saw those on Complex. You watch Complex?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Complex Secret. So if you guys don't know Travis Scott's Airwalks 1 or Air Jordan 1s, jeez, oh my God. Cactus Jack.
Jimmy Dean, what's up, man? Where's the ribs, Jimmy?
Yeah.
This guy Jimmy Dean's like, he's always sending all these pictures of like ribs and food and all this stuff.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
You guys are doing us wrong here. We need to get some ribs. I need some good ribs down here. I really don't see it. I don't know a good rib place down here.
See, I'm not a rib guy, but
like lean ribs. I know that's a bad thing. Like I was talking to my dad. He's like, he's like, you're gonna find a barbecue place that has some lean ribs. This ain't no like Applebee's or Chili's.
It's like an oxymoron.
So I'm like, but I mean, that would be awesome because you could like literally, I mean, some bodybuilders eat pork, I guess, to a certain degree. So at that point, we can eat lean ribs. I would love lean ribs. I want lean ribs. So Jimmy Dean, tell us.
Lean ribs.
Tell us, where the lean ribs at?
Lean ribs.
And we ain't talking about human ones. I'm talking about some lean ribs. I hope you guys had a good Halloween yesterday. Yesterday was Halloween. If you guys don't or didn't see what we dressed in, obviously you guys can check out the story on Instagram or Facebook.
Shout out to Fortitude Training too. I've been watching their videos. Very, very good stuff. I like your videos. Very informative. He's a local guy. He's a bodybuilder.
Oh, nice.
He travels. I think he does podcasts and stuff like that too. But yeah,
awesome, man. Awesome.
Shout out to Fortitude Training. Check him out.
Big ups, Fortitude Training. That's awesome, guys. Well, I mean, what else do we have here?
He said he got bacon wrapped shrimp with pineapple.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Come on, I'm trying to eat clean, Jimmy.
All right, so Titan Gear giveaway. We're going to do the Titan Gear giveaway too. So hashtag Titan Gear. You guys got to text that to the 727-389-3220 number. Hashtag Titan Gear, all right? Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Please share this. If you guys are on Facebook, hit the little button at the far left. If you guys are on Instagram, please tag 3 of your friends. Well, YouTube, we want them to subscribe. Press the bell and press all. So at that point, you guys are locked in. You guys will know when we're going live every Friday with Dru. And Dru, I think next Friday, what are you going to be? You're going to be on vacation next Friday?
Yeah, I'll be out of town next Friday, but we'll probably set something up wherever I'm at, whether it's the hotel, whether it's the restaurant, whether it's, might even do it at the gym, who knows.
But, yeah. So catch a special Titan Lifestyle.
I may be going somewhere, but Titan Lifestyle ain't going nowhere. So wherever I'm at, Titan Lifestyle will be there, whether it's in the studio or if I have to travel or if John has to travel, make it happen.
Always. We will always be here Friday. Keep it locked in for us.
Yeah.
Next Friday, special Titan Lifestyle. You guys don't want to miss.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be huge, guys. Get ready. Big announcements. More things coming. Titan Lifestyle, Titan Medical Center. Let's go.
Let's do it. I'm tightened up. Y'all better tighten